Long before there were words on paper and kings, empires and monuments, our world had these amazing cities that are now underwater. What happened to them? Were they swept away in the Great Flood? Or do they hold secrets of time itself? From the cold depths of Antarctica to the warm waters of the Mediterranean, we uncover a bunch of mysterious ruins buried underwater. They'll tell us fascinating stories of lost civilizations that were so advanced and about which time almost took away their existence. Join us on this adventure as we dive into the depths to catch a glimpse of these lost cities that predated the big change that reshaped the Earth. This is Timelines Uncovered. India, in the west, near the Arabian Sea, has a place called Dwarka that isn't really what it seems. Someday you could dive down to the sea and come across some pretty enormous stone things and old. There are lots of them across the street, all straight out of the Lord of the Rings movie. I think the people who lived there thought they were the best thing ever. What makes this even more interesting is when people go looking for the lost city of Dwarka. There's some evidence from older texts that suggest this place was important even before there were any of the big cities we know about today. This could be the secret long-lost city where the inventors of paper, money, or the inventors of soap started their lives. The other thing that happens is some of these evidence points to a really long time ago from these ancient writings. I mean, the people who lived here could have been there even before there was a great flood. As you can see, Dwarka might just be a ton of fun to explore. Once people know more about it, they might realize that Dwarka was much more than just some forgotten city. In Japan, on the southern part of the Ryukyu Islands, there's this awesome-looking underwater structure, the Yonaguni Monument. A diver found it in 1986 and is still amazed by the huge stone terraces, staircases, and perfectly angled walls. The intrigue of this structure has been causing a lot of buzz for decades. Is it just nature's work or the remains of an ancient civilization that was drowned before the Ice Age ended around 12,000 years ago? Scientists and archaeologists are pretty busy studying these massive sandstone blocks. The right-angled steps, carved platforms, and evidence of ancient sea levels suggest intelligent design. But the constant erosion patterns also leave them with questions. As for its possible origins, some experts think it once was part of a city that went underwater when sea levels rose after the Ice Age, making it a far cry from just a natural formation. Heracleion, Egypt, once believed to be legend. Heracleion lay hidden beneath the Mediterranean, near the Nile Delta for over 200 years. Ancient Greek records spoke of a thriving trade hub where pharaohs met the gods. When archaeologists finally discovered it in 2000, they found colossal statues, temple ruins, and shipwrecks preserved in the seabed, a city frozen in time. Excavations revealed a stunning glimpse into Egypt's maritime history. Artifacts, coins, and inscriptions link Heracleion to Cleopatra's era. Geologists suggest it sank after an earthquake and tidal wave in the 2nd century BC. Its discovery confirms that great cities can vanish without a trace, reminders of how fragile civilization truly is. Atlit Yam, Israel. Beneath the waves off Haifa's coast lies Atlit Yam, a 9,000-year-old Neolithic village perfectly preserved under 30 feet of water. Circular stone houses, a central well, and human skeletons rest undisturbed, offering a window into life before the sea rose. It's one of the oldest underwater settlements ever found. Archaeologists believe Atlit Yam was abandoned suddenly as rising sea levels flooded the Mediterranean plains. The discovery of ancient tools and burial sites reveals an organized society capable of farming and fishing long before recorded history, evidence of a thriving coastal culture lost to the great floods of the Ice Age. Pavlopetri, Greece. Pavlopetri, near southern Laconia, Greece, is the world's oldest known submerged city, dating back over 5,000 years. Its streets, buildings, and courtyards remain almost perfectly preserved beneath crystal-clear waters. Believed to have thrived during the early Bronze Age, Pavlopetri offers a rare glimpse of ancient urban life. Marine surveys show an advanced layout with homes, temples, and trading docks. Pavlopetri likely sank after repeated earthquakes reshaped the coastline. Today it's studied as proof that organized cities existed long before classical few. Greece, another civilization erased when the sea reclaimed its land. Port Royal, Jamaica, known as the wickedest city on earth. Port Royal was a thriving pirate haven in the 1600s until a massive earthquake in 1692 sent half the city plunging into the Caribbean. Entire streets, taverns and homes sank instantly, preserved like a time capsule beneath the waves. Divers have since uncovered clay pipes, bottles, and perfectly intact buildings frozen mid-collapse. Port Royal is one of the few underwater sites where artifacts remain in their original context, offering an eerie snapshot of life and death in a vanished colonial port. Cuban underwater ruins. In 2001, sonar scans near western Cuba revealed geometric structures thousands of feet below the surface. Massive pyramids, straight roads, and rectangular formations stunned researchers. Some claim it's natural geology. Others believe it's evidence of an ancient city older than any known civilization. Due to extreme depth, few dives have been made, but high-resolution sonar images show symmetrical patterns rarely found in nature. If confirmed, this site could represent a lost civilization that existed before rising seas buried its secrets. Perhaps a real world, Atlantis of the Caribbean, Xicheng, China's Lion City. Hidden beneath Qiandao Lake lies Xicheng, China's Lion City, a 2,400-year-old marvel intentionally flooded during dam construction in 1959. The city, once a cultural and political hub of ancient China, now rests perfectly preserved in the depths, its gates, temples and arches untouched by time. Because the water protects it from wind and erosion, Xicheng remains astonishingly intact. Divers navigate its stone, archways and intricate carvings as if entering a living museum. The site provides a rare glimpse of ancient Chinese architecture frozen beneath tranquil waters. Sunderland, Southeast Asia. Before sea levels rose after the Ice Age, a vast landmass known as Sunderland connected Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. This fertile region may have hosted early coastal civilizations that vanished when the sea engulfed their world around 12,000 years ago. Modern sonar mapping shows ancient riverbeds, valleys, and possible settlement zones now deep beneath the ocean. Myths from Southeast Asia describe floods and lost kingdoms eerily similar to Atlantis. Sunderland might represent the true cradle of forgotten, say. Human civilization are now hidden beneath tropical seas. Each of these submerged cities reminds us that the world we know is only the surface of something far older, a timeline buried beneath ice, sand, and sea. As the oceans hide their secrets, archaeology slowly brings them back to light, piece by piece. What other civilizations might still lie waiting in the deep? And what might their stories tell us about our own future? If you enjoyed this journey into the forgotten past, subscribe to Timelines Uncovered, where history isn't just told, it's revealed.